All right, a big thank you to our sponsors and a big shout out to Solely Designs as well. This is Peter for the Crowject podcast, episode 291, coming at you hot, live, and ready to preview the next match against the Bombers after we put on an absolute clinic against the St Kilda Saints at Adelaide Oval last Sunday. Now, a big thank you to our patrons as well, patreon.com/Crowject, and a big thank you to all of our Crom merchants who got their merch over at crowject.bigcartel.com. But it's not just me tonight. I'm also joined by Soph. Soph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. We had an eventful pre-roll just before, including Ray's bandwidth issues. And
He was here and then he wasn't.
yeah, exactly. And then you said something and then he had to go. So
Weird timing, but hey. My bad.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right. Now, let's just get straight into it because we need to summarize a game that, I tell you what, was anyone really expecting something as the perfect day, really? So
I don't think so.
it was amazing, wasn't it?
It was.
Tell us a little bit about your experience heading into the stadium and how were your vibes? Were you crapping your pants or anything else like that?
No, the vibes were actually high for once. There were no nerves. I was pretty confident that we were gonna have a decent game. The very decent crowd showed up too, 42,900 odd.
That's it.
So it was very good considering it was a very early Sunday, just afternoon game.
Yeah, 12:05, which I can't remember a Sunday game ever starting that early. But
No.
look, 42,895 in the final score of the Crows getting up 21,935 to 10,1272 in front of a crowd of 42,895. And it was so early that I got home at an insanely early time.
It was weird getting home that early and having like all afternoon still.
No, you had time to mow the lawn and, and sort of watch the replay again, and who knew? It was really
just
strange.
So much time.
So all the time in the world, all the time. Now,
all the time.
Man, let's talk about the pre-game. How long before the first bounce did you get there, Matt?
We normally get there about an hour before the bounce. Get a little something to eat, sit down, chill, take in the atmosphere.
And what did you think of the pre-game entertainment?
I thought it was decent. I think it's definitely stepped up since last year. Definitely loved the little saxophone moment on the roof. That was a bit of a hoot.
A bit of a hoot with the sax.
I did know that it was coming though because one of my friends works at Saka and they were doing a practice session quite a few weeks ago, so I kind of already knew that was going to happen. But very cool to see it live.
Yeah, no,
like
it was fantastic. I did say to Marty while we were looking up, I did see the roof climb. There was only one person up there, and I was just like, geez, not booked out for a game day. And then next minute, sax solo starts playing. Darude Sandstorm as well, which is fantastic for the I feel like it's stepped up a notch.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but no pre-game is.
No.
But Sandstorm definitely got us more up and about compared to the old guy sitting next to me playing bridge online. Listen to the pre-roll for that.
I think that's really going to go off during a night game as well. You just need that extra little bit of atmosphere, and it's just going to be incredible.
Yeah,
the lights and everything.
Yeah, but given I don't think we have a night game until June.
Oh, look, we probably don't.
Yeah, something like that. Although we've got, what am I saying? We've got Gather Round, but whether that's classified as a home game or not, it's a different story in itself. But we've got a lot to get to.
It would be if for Ports, though, because they still get to do their pre-game and all their events and stuff, of course.
Anyway, look, if we go through some of the goal scorers, because there was a whole bunch that happened here. We had our boy, lovely Loins in Darcy Fogarty kicking 4 goals, Riley Tilthorpe 3 goals, Jordan Dawson 2-2, Isaac Cumming 2 goals, or AKA the Jizzler as well. Sorry. I'm losing track here. Rankin with 2 goals, Rochelle with 2, and singles to Walker, Crouch, Neil Bullen, Ben Keys, and Peeling and Saligo as well. And look, I think the goal of the year nomination went to, was it Rankin?
Rochelle.
Rochelle, sorry,
Yeah.
apologies. I did feel like Dawson was robbed with that 80-metre bomb.
That was massive. That was hot.
It was beautiful. That's what that was. Who did you have as your best ons?
Well, obviously Dawson, but again, that's just come to be how it is most weeks. I do want to give a shout out to Joshy Worrell.
Yes.
He has been absolutely massive in defence. He was all over the ground on the weekend as well. I do just want to highlight one of my favourite moments of his that just really stuck out in our game. I think it was the third quarter. He spoilt a contest. He then laid a tackle, and then while he was still on the ground, he leaped up to then smother the St Kilda's kick. And then in the end, we ended up moving it forward and then ended in a Rankin goal. So it was just a lot of those 1%ers that don't come across on the stat sheet that just really made that moment. And it all just sort of happened within a matter of seconds. And that was 3 just huge efforts that really contributed to that goal. It was just really exciting to see, because I feel like in previous years, we've seen some players who might sort of do one thing and then kind of just let it go as someone else's problem. So it was good to see those repeat efforts come through.
Yeah, it was. Did you have the same feeling as me of, this is weird?
Yeah.
It was a 4-quarter effort.
It was.
We didn't take our foot off the gas.
Yeah, it felt like everyone had a lot of energy and we were so upbeat throughout the whole game.
I mean, I'm just looking at it now and I'm just realising the worst quarter that we had for that was the second quarter, where we only kicked 3 goals too.
Yep.
That's weird. I'm not expecting that. Third quarter, we kicked 7 goals. Yeah, 7 goals, 3. It's just a weird like I said, a perfect day.
Yeah.
How odd.
Very
What's
strange.
foreboding? Yeah.
Yeah.
It did feel a little bit like the 2017 round one. No thunderclaps or anything, but that GWS game with how warm it was and everything else like that. Yeah. The vibes were on, but just not that early. Okay, so any other thoughts on the game that you got on your amazing notes that you have over there?
My many notes. Well, we led all day, which was good. That third quarter, I think I wasn't paying attention how much you mentioned about the third quarter when we kicked 7 goals in a row, which was really good.
Yep.
Usuals did their thing. Dawson, Sligo, Crouch and Rankin. Really loved Rob's game. He was incredible. So many hit-outs to advantage. He was chasing, tackling, kicking, which everyone who was sitting around me knew when I went, don't do that. But if it worked,
had the same reaction too. Oh, so true.
Sid's debut was amazing. He did some nice moments as well. Congratulations to him.
How good was when he started warming up? I just hear the whole Western Stand making an audible cheer, which I was just like, well, something must have happened. So the old farts are starting to get up and about. But Sid Draper started warming up, and it was interesting. He turned back to run back to the bench, and he sort of gave a wry smile and a wave and something like that. That was so cool.
Cute.
Yeah, that was cute. That was nice.
Filthy. I can't remember what quarter it was. He chased down Wanganeen Millerer, so put enough pressure on him to cause a turnover. And then I think it was Dawson that ended up kicking it back to Filthy, who then scored a goal. Very good moment. You don't realise how quick some of our tall men can run when they want to.
Yes, the tall men.
Very nice.
Yes.
The tall men.
Very nice. Yeah.
Mentioned Dawson's goal. Laird did well in defence. I do like him back where he's meant to be.
He had a couple of moments where he went into the midfield, and I feel like there were a couple of the mids that were almost going to turn around and say, "The hell are you doing here, boy?
Get out!
Get out!"
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could mention pretty decent moments from nearly every player. But we'll be here all night if we do that. So
Yeah.
but no, a very well-rounded contribution from everyone, I think.
I mean, look, the one that I want to talk about is Rankin in the midfield. I feel like that sort of went somewhat, not undetected, but more of a, okay, he doesn't just have to be up forward.
No.
I felt like he was fantastic, and seeing the new boys with Peely, Neil Bullen as well. I feel like Neil Bullen just fit in perfectly.
Yeah,
and I compared
they all
that to
did,
this.
really.
Yeah, compared to last year with us just trying to shoehorn Chris Burgess into the side. That didn't work well. So no, it's like you said, an all-round excellent effort.
Yeah, and I think that obviously we'll go into a little bit later the team for our upcoming game, but I think the performance from round 1 reflects what we've chosen for the team going into round 2.
Yeah, hint. So unchanged. So, hey, look, honestly, it's and I said this. I did a preview pod with the Sash Pod. Not last night. Maybe it was last. I can't remember. But basically, I said this was weird. Everything went right. I'm not used to that. No injuries.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Water's now $5.70. Like, it just, everything, I feel not so great. And I'll tell you, there's nothing better, Soph, than going up and it's the first game and seeing some of our older members, if I put it that way, struggling with the fact that, that's right, you've got to log in on your phone. They've had all of this warning, all the text messages, all the everything else. They still can't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Now, look, let's give it 3-2-1 for our, what's the name of our award for the year again?
Mount Crom Blight.
Yeah, the Mount Crom Blight medal. Now, Soph.
All right. I'm going to go 3 votes for Dawson.
Yep.
2 votes for Worrell.
Yep.
And 1 to Rob. It was very tricky to narrow that down, though, I will say.
That's okay. And then we'll put this out on probably Instagram as well to do some votes for everyone. Look, I'm going to give... oh, God.
I really wanted to give Fog 1 because 4 goals is a lot. And it was a good game, but...
That's good for a hot boy, though. He was... Look, as weird as this sounds, I've got to sort of mix it up a little bit. I'm going to give 3 votes. I'm going to give 3 votes to Dawson. Now, it's not really mixing it up because that's what you said. 2 votes to Matt Crouch.
Yeah, I feel like he had a very good game.
Yeah, he was great, honestly. And
it did help that Rob kept tapping it down straight down his throat, which was great.
Yeah, the old trick of the ruckman to hit it out to advantage.
Yeah, that's insane.
God. Who knew? And then
Crouchy got a good goal too.
He did, and the celebration as well. That arm for very vascular, looking very good. And I've lost who I was going to give my bloody 1 vote to.
Rankin.
Yeah, fuck it. Rankin. So, you know what we'll do? We'll put it out on the socials. Well, we can't say, who you're going to vote for, Dawson or Dawson for 3, but we'll do the 2 and 1. And
okay.
How's that?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Lovely time. And obviously, it was just after the game, listening to 5AA and just hearing how comprehensive it was. We'll get to around the grounds where we can really talk about how it was the perfect 24 hours for all Crows fans.
It really was, yeah.
Because that night before, mwah.
And you know how you was... Sorry, you know how you were saying it was just like the perfect day and everything? At halftime, they were doing one of the giveaway moment things in front of our bay, and my nephew got one of the team signed footies from Dowling, which was really cute.
Yeah, I was thinking that was around your area, so I was like,
it's taken 12 years, but they finally did something in front of our bay. And we had just gotten back from the toilets, and I saw them there, and I was like, quick, get in our seats. And it was so cute. My nephew was just like, he was waving like constantly. He was like getting a bit excessive, but I'm like, oh, bless him.
So good. That's so. Conversely, we can talk about what happened basically in the other pocket opposite you guys with the, what is it? You got to mark the ball from the kicking machine.
Oh,
and it's
yes.
100 points for one grab, 50 for a two-handed grab, and 25 points, I think, for a chest mark.
Yeah.
And the first ball goes straight up, hell of a wind, and this guy's wearing dress shoes, and it lands like 10 meters in front of him.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, and it's like, can't they do like a test? Like, just, where's it going to land?
It literally went up as high as the roof of the level 5 stand. Like, it just went so far in the air.
Oh, man. And then I think he got close to one. And then I think
the next two, they like brushed past his shoulder. He couldn't quite pull him in, but...
Poor guy. I actually felt really bad. If anyone marks one ball, they're going to be like the front runner for most of the year. Like, oh, man.
I think what it was to win a camper van or something.
Yeah.
Is that what that one was?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good promotion.
Thank you. Hire me, guys.
And look, if you look at the opposition as well, you got, McRae went absolutely bananas. But that was really it for the opposition. Yeah. Who the hell is Ari Schoenmaker? Did not do a thing that game. But anyway,
they're a big team of I don't know who you are kind of vibes.
Coached by someone who really shouldn't be there.
Props, yeah.
But, look, from go to O, it was amazing, and we had plenty of reactions as well. Now, we'll get to some of the reactions on the socials, but let's get to a couple of the voicemails, because we had 2 that came in. Okay. Here's the first one.
I'm telling you right now, I'm on my version flight, about to book flights for September, here with Crom. We're fucking coming for that flag. I'm calling it right now. We're winning the whole fucking thing up the fucking Crom.
Wow. Lid's off. That's all I can say. I'm pretty sure that was Zara.
You've lost the lid.
Yeah, the lid gone. I mean, it's only the first game, and we haven't lost all year. Well, we had a draw. Would you call our intra-club trial at Port Pirie a draw? Maybe that's our only loss for the year. I don't know.
A draw? Wait, what? Huh?
The first game we played against ourselves at Port Pirie. So many euphemisms.
I was going for the red team.
Right, and did they get up?
They were the traders and the water boys, I think. So go them.
All right. Okay, lids are off. Second one.
All aboard the meat bus. Destination Crom Flag 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't ask for a better round 1 result. We looked mature. We looked hungry. We looked fit. Big shout out to Rochelle. I thought he had a very mature game, very hard-running, gut-running game. The new recruits, Nab, Cheese, the Jizzler, and Peatling all looked good as well. All contributed with goals as well. Really good to see. Draper came on, got 8 touches. He's not too far from getting the full game. That's all you ask for. Just an all-round great performance. Dawes, Saligo, Rankin all look fantastic. Just can't fault it. So excited for the year now, boys. Well done.
You know, it's a good point about Rochelle coming back in a very mature way, considering the racist attacks that he endured from Rory Laird, but allegedly. But look, it's not much else I can say really. Like I couldn't agree more with that caller. But Meat Bus looking very good, and using your nickname as well of Nab and
it's catching on. I love it.
Oh yes. Now, let's get to some of the feedback from our amazing listeners and feedback on socials too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to do Twitter?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Real quick, I'm just going to get to the Insta stories. I'm looking here. what do we got? We've got Josh Newbury, who says, we might never lose again. And Eagles 93061112021, nice short one. Loving Sandstorm Darude, favourite song. Josh Worrell is criminally underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Now, sorry, let's get some more. AL.gab, the words dynasty, dominant, and dismantling come to mind. Maybe that should be the title of the pod. Dominant dynasty, dismantling. Yeah.
Why not?
It's triple D's. Nothing sus. Sorry. Oh, God, Michael Knightley. Oh, Lord, we're coming. Oh, yeah. Okay. What? Okay. PDC 2211 says, best complete team performance since 2017. We are so back.
Yeah, I'd agree, probably.
We got Mickey.
Everyone's just meshing really, really well together on the field.
Which is weird.
Yeah, we're not used to this.
Yeah. I mean, the last time we tried to get some cohesion and everything, there was almost a class action with the collective mind stuff. So, that went well. We've got Mickey Harding, who says, you, with about 10 W's there.
Nice.
Audrey Adelan says, bang, boom, amazing. Zara Raboob says, booking flights right now, which we heard before. What else? Rachel Parsons says, Crom is on. Ooh, the Lemon 810. Rochelle is going to be top 5 BNF this year.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Yes. David Training, we'll get to this in Around the Grounds. Crom good, power bad. And Bayside Plumbing, shout out to them for coming back from Bali. Said, I think we might be back. I'm not sure if he's talking about him after all the alcohol he's consumed. A friend of the pod and Patreon, Jess Cook, has said, fuck yeah, you fucking shit hot team. And Crom Chad himself, Connor Nelson, says, called it. 60 plus easy dubs, flag Crom. Now, we were all shitting our pants beforehand about saying 60 plus, especially after the night before, because we were like, man, if we crap.
If we ruin this.
Yeah. Filthy and Fog, Joint Coleman, says Jess Allen.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, what else we got? Alexandra, Alex, who does some of our socials as well. I parked right next to her in the car park in the northern area. Just out of nowhere. We pulled in at the same time, and we were with a security guy who basically wanted us to essentially hit him to line up with him. Like, it was like more. And the car, my car,
beepy
sensors were beeping like loudly, and he's like, keep going. And then I'm like, okay. So and I could see I had like just nudged this guy. He was very tall, and he like shakes, and he's like, all good. And then I see Alex next to her. I didn't know it was Alex at the time, driving a little Kia Rio or something, and just very slow. And she's just like yelling at this guy, like, I'm going to hit you. And he's like, no joke. Like, it was just very strange. Very strange. Bloodhound AUs, fuck Port, go Crom. And Clayton Nielsen, up the fucking Crom. Fuck yeah. See you in Melbourne. Rash needs to maintain a positive outlook. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Twitter. Hit us up.
We have James Payne says, good but a little sloppy. Should have buried them by a lot more, but a winning start nonetheless. And Clearance Diver says, give us the premiership now. Couldn't agree more.
Audacious.
That's about all there. Can I just shout out the game day visual staff who put up the lovely stat of us having 119 kicks on the big scoreboard, and it left it up there for like 20 minutes. Despite us kicking a goal and having multiple kicks in the process.
That stayed there for like the whole quarter, and we kicked 7 goals in that time, so maybe it helped.
Maybe it did. Bring it back. Yeah,
exactly. It was phenomenal. But it was quite funny because it just sat there. And sat there. And then people were posting about it. And it was still there. And stayed there. And then eventually it changed. And it wasn't like a, yay. It was more of a, no. Bring it back. You know?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just very quickly going through Facebook.
Mhm.
Rob Parkinson, little bit of a Debbie Downer here. Thank you, Bailey. Great wing,
Oh,
but a
gosh.
number of signs they are not quite gelling. They are not giving the ball instinctively as they would if they played more together.
Okay.
I'm a bit
I
confused.
didn't see it that way, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Denny Polden, just confusing him here. Who's Meat Bus asking for a friend? And then Kevin in the replies, ask Rochelle. He knows about teeth. Okay. Friend of the pod, Matt Parbs, said solid game by the Jizzler, which is, I'm glad
Nice.
nominees for the board are getting on board with some of these nicknames. Alexandra
You
Barnett says,
keep going. I'm just going to let the dog out.
no, that's okay. Well, I'll just talk to myself and maybe laugh with myself too. Alexandra Barnett, Year of the Mighty Crom. What a way to kick off the season. I couldn't agree more, Alexandra. Isn't that right, Soph? Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you, Soph. What else have we got? Cat Bibi, who I'm pretty sure throughout the game was getting more and more inebriated throughout the game. Talking cohesively is not an optical right now, as autocorrect isn't available to speech. Oh my God. Cat, what have you done? How bloody good was it to see the teammanship? No one gave up. Everyone followed up, creating 1%. That made a huge difference. Great to see. Team first focus. Bloody love it. I'm pretty sure Kat posted, because I'm pretty sure she has a Twitter page, that she said for every goal, I'm going to take a shot of Jack Daniels. This is not a joke.
That's a tough time.
Yeah, and by half time, I'm pretty sure I wrote to her and said, how you going?
Are you
and
good?
Yeah, I think you just sent back a single letter. Like you just, and that's really bad. Look, Brendan McGarrigan, brilliant start to the season as well. No, it did brilliantly. Yeah, that's right, Bailey. You tell him. So, a perfect day so far, wasn't it?
It was a perfect day.
Now, we'll get to some of our other usual segments as well, and we'll probably rip into Segment Street pretty soon after some of our predictions as well for the next game.
Let me just give her a treat. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Now, I'll take this time right now to remind all of our amazing listeners to sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/Crowject, where you can talk even in our Facebook chat as well. That was up and about the other night, talking all things politics. We were talking about which player would go for which political party as well. Make your own connections there. But we had a lot of things to talk about. Me and Layden are going to be recording some of our season and review stuff and some more obscure Crow and get your Crow on too. Layden has secured another 34 centimetre CRT with all the grain corns tapes ready to go as well, which is great. Stunning. Now, I want to give a big thank you to our amazing $10 and above patrons. That's Hayden Arthur, Jordan Marnie, Simone McDonald, Brendan McCarrigan, Drew Corner, Jake Bockove, James Payne, Jezza Withers, and Dave Carnivale, and of course my man Paul David Clement too, and also Matt Roylance and Neil Roylance. And also want to give a big shout out to one of our new patrons as well. Joining us is Liam Cotton as well. So Liam, thank you for coming on board, mate. So all things are coming up roses for us too. Now, of course, you can also head over to get some merch as well, crowject.bigcartel.com. Soph, I did get the tracking number for our Wuhan connection. They're coming in on Monday. So,
that's exciting.
Yeah, prepare yourself. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
So it's interesting. Anything from Wuhan to here, and the manufacturing plant is in Wuhan. I'm not joking about that. It was a bit weird when I ordered them 4 years ago to the day as well, and it said that the address, and I was like, just sanitize them as they come out. But from there to here, 4 days on FedEx, which I just think
not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. But via sea, about 90 days. So I did change it from sea shipping. Yeah.
We get stuff at work from China. We get some things sea delivered and some via air. And the sea shipments do take just a little while.
Me too. They do
too.
tend to take their time, don't they?
Yes.
Yes. Now, anything else that we need to talk about with this game that you can think of? Any other notes that you got there?
No, I mean, a lot of people were saying that it was St Kilda who were severely undermanned, blah, blah, blah. But we can only play who we're given. Like, we didn't deliberately choose to play St Kilda because they were undermanned. Like, we had no say in that.
Imagine it as a lottery like last year. Who would you like to play in Rambo? Everyone's like, St Kilda. Like, even St Kilda right and say, oh, shit. Ross, you did it again. Like, yeah. How about we just get into the next game? Because seriously, there's so much that's happening. And news-wise, I don't think there is much to talk about, if at all. There were some wedding bells, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It was with
the Randalls, Mrs. Randalls.
So the Randalls have tied the knot, so to speak. Shout out to MJ and Chelsea, two amazing people as well. And they announced the news on Friday, despite the fact they were gotten married. Anyway, so they got married. So congrats to them. The other thing as well, there is a note from our CEO. I love these things because there's a little bit of, chat GPT about it, but I look, I need to give a shout out. I had a phone call with Matt Parbs as well, and I did have a chat with him, and I did mention that for the brain fart here, the AGM, they really do need to have a shot clock for about 30 seconds because watching Tim and John Olsen melt in their brains of just thinking, where did this person come from? It happened again and again and again. Mm-hmm. And look, all I can say with this CEO note, look, Wayne Miller played his 100th game as well. So shout out to him. We didn't even mention that part. Apologies. AFL Women's Squad are currently doing optional training sessions at the moment. And EJ, she had her first run as well, which is fantastic to see.
Exciting.
So it was really good to see too. So really exciting. Now, let's get into this game that's happening on Saturday. So we are playing.
Have a quick thing to do with this.
Apologies.
With this upcoming game. I've just seen on the Crows website, Tex Walker is going to notch up a very special milestone when he runs out on the MCG. It will be his 300th match, including the preseason games. So even though his official 300th game isn't until a long way away still, but including all the preseason games and all those sort of things, this will be his 300th, which means that he officially does qualify for AFL Life membership.
Right.
Apparently.
But hang on. So when did this become a thing? I thought it was 300 AFL games.
Well, so did I, but they just released this, on the 18th? When was that? 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
They said this match will be his 300th, including preseason and representative games, meaning he qualifies for AFL Life membership, an honour he will officially receive at the 26th season launch.
Wait.
So...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many actual games?
He's on 270, nearly 280, isn't he?
Well, when are we going to start just clocking up all sorts of random games like your under 18s, did AFL 9s, where does the madness end, so,
I don't know. Okay, I just thought that was interesting because I didn't know that they were going to include such games.
Yeah.
But then technically that's not his official number, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him. And he's making the 1 hour flight over to Melbourne just for it. So that's great.
Just be careful with your back.
Be careful with your back. Don't use the bloody Scott
Don't have 12 kids jumping all over you before the game.
Was it you that sent through that screenshot? Yeah. So for those listening, the Patreon's chat, so sent through the screenshot of just Tex Walker at the bottom at like bounce or some sort of hand, foot and mouth,
or AFL Max
distribution.
or whatever it was.
Something like that. Or it would be AFL Max, because free entry. And all it was just Taylor Walker just being sandwiched by a bunch of kids under 10, really.
Like, it's an absolute pile-on.
Yeah, it was an absolute pile-on. And I just said, he's out with his back. Like, that's it. Like, it's not happening. He must have used a lot of deep heat and, some Voltar, and he got in there and stayed on until the third quarter as a tactical sub. So, bless his socks. Now, I didn't know that about the preseason stuff.
I didn't either. I just quickly brought up the website to see what other news had been happening. And that one's just chilling in there, so...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw that too, and I just thought it was like I didn't open that. I didn't realise that was the thing, so...
No, well, that's why I opened it, because I was like, what special milestone is happening that we're not aware of?
What the hell is this? Well, so does that mean that it's sort of back... So does that mean that Kane Corns really didn't have to play his 300th as his testimonial where the rest of the team crapped a bit?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bailey. So...
Stop it.
And
wait.
Look, this is a game that we're heading into where we have not won at the MCG since that disgusting Carlton game in 2017. We had the draw.
Yep.
Now, I was at that game in 2017, and all I can say is hardly anyone there, and hearing Cole Hardigan's hamstring snap, and there was an echo around the stadium, sort of shows the lack of atmosphere that was there. But look, playing Brisbane at the MCG on Saturday afternoon, that sort of thing, Essendon coming off a loss against Hawthorn, and us being up and about. What's your feeling heading into this game, Sophie? Are you nervous? Do you feel like the sample size of one is enough?
I think so. I mean, I don't rate Essendon that highly, but at the same time, we don't have a great record at the G. It's hard to know how we're going to go travelling. I'd like to think that we have improved on those things. It's a bit hard to say at the moment, but I mean, I guess we'll find out soon. But my gut tells me that we'll be okay. But also, it's like I'm so used to us having faith and it just being absolutely squashed. So I don't want to get too excited about it all.
No, I know that feeling. And look, I was on with the guys from the Sash Pod, and I thought the exact same thing too, because the first thing that I think it's Jesse from the Sash Pod, he said was, look, if you guys have forwards that can mark over our smaller defence and midfielders that can give pressure, then you guys will obliterate us. And I was just like, yes. Okay. Which is a bit weird. And then he also mentioned about, well, if you've got a couple of good halfback players, you'll be fine. And I was just like, that's all we have at our club.
Yeah.
Like,
we've got a couple.
Yeah.
They're not bad. Yeah.
All right.
They're pretty good.
I mean, I didn't
love
want
our defenders.
I was trying to be nice on there to say, I reckon it'll be close, that sort of thing. And I hate to say it, I'm actually pretty bloody cocky going into this game. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've got this foreboding sense of doom at the same time just hanging in the back of my head, just saying, this could all go to shit.
Oh, no, it's either going to go really well or it's going to be an absolute shit show. There's just no in-between with this team.
But, yeah, I know. But, is this symptomatic with Murray Davis and that coming in and maybe a little bit of the Barm effect too? Because I'll tell you what, in the Western stands, Neil Barm walking through, he was a king amongst men. Like seeing him sit down in the level 4 section, which one of our comp winners as well. The tickets from the club was in that area too, and just seeing Neil Barm, just the
aura,
the absolute aura, and no, it was pretty good. So look, we have an unchanged team essentially, but. How do you think we're going to go, Soph?
I think that we will win comfortably. My heart's saying that we're going to win comfortably by about 32 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see our tall forward line excel, kick a bag, kick a bag. I think that Filthy's going to be our leading goal scorer.
How many goals?
4.
Nice.
And I think that Laurel is going to have the most tackles.
Nice. I like that. Sorry, just
What do you
writing it
think?
down. Shout out to Pet Circle for giving us this little note thing. Look, I said for the Sash guys that it is going to be close with the Crows by 11. However, we're amongst friends here, so I'm just going to be perfectly honest here. I think we're going to have something fierce. It's going to be Crows by 40, 4-0, right? I said that Rankin is going to kick 6 goals.
Damn,
Because the last time he was on that ground, he basically tore his hamstring trying too hard. From trying too hard, and I think he's going to come back with a vengeance. And most tackles, look, I actually really do like the shout for was for the most tackles. If I just look really quickly for our game last week, who had the most tackles?
I didn't even look.
It was
I just went off vibes.
That was Saligo. I mean, look, Saligo had 8 tackles. Second was Rankin with 5. Worrell equal, like 9th with 3, with the Minge and Filthy, and Peatling too.
Well,
so
he's just going to come out firing and angry and wanting to tackle.
I'll get you. Okay, so yeah, look, I'm just going to go with Saligo just because.
Sure.
Just to have an alternate opinion, but
why not?
I like the shout for that one too from Walls. All right, look, we're going to head into Segment Street in just a second because there's so much for us to get through there with around the grounds and everything else like that. But big shout out to our patrons as well, patreon.com/Crowject. Feel free to sign up there as well to get a plethora of things to be able to go through as well, and crowject.bigcartel.com. But that's Soph, and my name's Peter. So Soph, go Crom.
Go Crom.